If you're doing these three things, then you're probably not where you want to be in life. And these are the hard truths that you need to understand. In order for me to actually grow as a man, I had to stop doing these certain things. And if you don't, then you're going to fall back, you're going to fall behind everyone, and you're going to wonder where you went wrong. And these are all common as well. All these three things I'm about to say are very common. And I see it in a lot of, men aged 22 to 30 years old. So if you're sitting here and you're watching this, and this sounds like you, then it might be time to change, brother. So number one is partying. Partying too fucking much. I'm not saying you can't have a drink here and there, on a birthday or a wedding, but I'm talking about all the men who party every single week. Every single week. Friday, Saturday, because they feel like they need it. They feel like they need a break. They feel like work's been too stressful and, they want to go have fun. Well, if you keep doing that every single week, you're going to get fatter, you're going to get broker, you're going to waste more time. The reason why men party every single week is just because they have no sense of purpose. Straight up. You have nothing better to fucking do. And this is speaking from experience as well. Because I used to party every single fucking weekend. Me and my boys used to go every single weekend to the clubs. We used to always have the booth, girls everywhere, the drugs. We had the bottles popping and everything. And we thought we were so fucking gangster. We thought we were so cool. In the meantime, in the moment, it is cool. I ain't gonna lie. But what usually happens in those circumstances? You spend a lot of money, more than you're supposed to. You end up indulging in fucking drugs, hedonistic things that you don't want to. A lot of dramas come with it as well when it comes to partying. Going to the club, this and that. Too much fucking drama, bro. It honestly slows you down in life a lot. You feel like shit when you wake up on Sunday morning. Sunday morning, you feel like shit. You got a mad hangover, bro. Or you're on the come downs, and you're literally on the come down for the next couple fucking days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And you feel like shit at work. You go to work feeling like shit. You don't want to talk to your coworkers. You complain about Monday coming, and then you just repeat it. You repeat it again. You repeat it again. As soon as Friday hits, you repeat it again. And it's crazy. It's crazy the amount of men that I fucking see doing this shit. It's unreal. But you're never going to get anywhere in life if this is all you're doing. You got to cut out the partying. You got to replace it with something that you still enjoy doing, but on a healthier level, Going out for meals, catching up with friends, not over a drink, Going watching a movie, doing some sort of activity, trying to start a side hustle, things that are actually going to get your life moving forward. So that was number one. Number two is chasing women. And we have all been guilty of it. We have all been guilty of it. I was extremely guilty of it. There's a quote that says, "Men with no purpose feel their time with pleasure." And that is true. When I felt like I had no purpose in life, all I was looking for was just the next chick. I was just looking for some more pussy. But it doesn't really do anything for you. You waste too much time chasing females. They're mentally exhausting just because females are, emotional creatures. And so you waste a lot of time dealing with that emotion as well. And then you go out, you pay for the dates, you pay for the dinner, you pick her up, you drop her off home. For what? Just so maybe you can smash? Maybe you don't even smash. You go through all of that effort and it doesn't even work out. You go home, you lie in bed and you fucking goon, bro. You goon in your bed. And there are men, I know men that are still 30 years old, 33, 35, still putting women in front of everything in their entire lives. And I believe that is the most simp/beta behavior ever. It is. Because when you are a man with values, with morals, with purpose, a man who actually has shit going on, the women are going to come regardless. They're going to come regardless. I never have to chase women. And that's just period. I never have to chase a woman. But when I was younger, most definitely I did. 100%. I've honestly seen men, even close friends, sway away from their path to their dreams, to their careers, to success over some fucking pussy. And it's a sad thing to see. It's a sad thing to see. Don't be one of those guys. Put your head down, continue with your career, excel in there, focus on your family, because it's a different ballgame when you're 30. Men hit their prime age above 30. The selection of women there is different for when you're fucking 20. You have more money, you have more assets, you have more value to yourself, more confidence. So it's easier at 30. Start wasting your money, start wasting your time, start wasting your energy chasing females now. Just put your head down and grind. And now we have number 3. Drop your fucking ego. Drop your ego. You're not too smart. You're not a fucking gangster. You're not too cool for anyone, for anything. Okay? I see too many men out there that portray like they're cool, they're gangster. For what, bro? For what? You dress, you talk in some type of way, but you're not acting like yourself. You're not being your genuine self, and it's crazy to me. It's crazy when I see it. It's called identity crisis. Identity crisis. You've been, and I used to be guilty of it as well. When you've been surrounded by an environment for so long and it molds you and it kind of changes who you are, sometimes you forget who you truly want to be. Growing up in New Zealand, for me, I was always surrounded by the hood. And I got attracted to that lifestyle. So I started acting like it, dressing like that. But I was honestly a good kid growing up. I was honestly a good kid, with a good heart and good morals and good values. But I lost it. And as I got older, and as I realized, this life, that gangster lifestyle wasn't for me, I just wasn't afraid anymore to just genuinely act like myself. I don't give a fuck what people think about me. As long as I'm being genuine to myself, that's all that matters. I see a lot of young men these days, especially the ones that are, in high school. They are too afraid to be themselves, in front of their boys, too afraid to be themselves, too afraid to like different type of music, too afraid to watch different shows because they feel like they're gonna get judged. Stop being a fucking sheep, bro. Be yourself. The most successful men in the world are the ones who are the most authentic to themselves, more genuine to themselves. And people love that. People love authenticity. Shit, that's why you're fucking watching this video now. That's why you watch me, because I'm authentic and I'm actually real. I'm who I say I am. Having that mindset like you're too cool or you're too smart for anyone, it stops you from connecting with people. It stops you from networking with people that are important as well. How many times have you looked at a nerd or you've looked at a geek, you're like, I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to hang out with him. He's not cool enough for me. But in reality, that guy could have something that you need. He might have the code to a problem that you've been solving for a while. You might actually end up liking the guy. You guys might end up being business partners. He might end up being your best man. As soon as you drop your ego, you're going to meet a lot of people because you have to network in this world. You can't get anywhere alone. And that's why you have to drop the ego. You can't get anywhere alone. It took armies to conquer lands. It took armies to siege castles. The greatest in our world, Kobe, Mayweather, Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, all of these guys weren't born with talent. They grew up and they had guidance throughout their whole careers, and that's how they got to the fucking top. So drop the ego. Drop the ego. You're not too smart. You're not too cool for anyone. If you keep having this small perspective and this small mindset, then you will stay where you are. If you're doing any of the 3 that I just named before, then I highly recommend you take a good look in the mirror and ask yourself, are you in the best position for yourself to become a better man, to grow, to be successful? And if not, then you better change. You better fucking change. You better change. Or else you're gonna stay exactly the same, in the same position, same fucking cycle. You're gonna look the same. You're gonna make the same amount of money. You're gonna wake up every single day, hating your life. So make that change now. If this video was helpful, then leave me a like, comment down below what you want to watch next. And subscribe, because I'm gonna drop 3 to 4 videos every single week. And if you don't follow my Instagram, the @ is in the description below. Peace.